Aquarius. I'm Alexander Creek, an astrologer and intuitive. Welcome to your September 2022 horoscope. Let's dive in. I also wanted to make a mention of this too. If you know your rising sign, if you know your birth time and location, it can calculate your rising sign. Watch your horoscope for your rising sign because it's going to be way more literally applicable to your life, and the timing is going to be much more accurate. Your sun sign can definitely be helpful, but make sure you watch for your rising sign as well. August is probably one of the most disruptive, kind of crazy months of the year. For you, I think the instability and disruption might be happening in your home life. So whether it relates to home or to your house, your home life, your private life, that is really, there's a lot of changes happening in that part of your chart, and a lot of activity that's possibly a little disruptive, but maybe there were some new beginnings there as well. So just because we had this whole kind of Mars Uranus configuration in your fourth house, which you can watch that whole. If you haven't seen your August forecast, it might be helpful to go back and look at it and be like, "Oh, that's crazy. That actually happened." Okay. So we have, but September is a quieter month, thank God. Before we have more eclipses and really kind of more intense energy in October and December. So first of all, we have Venus changing signs this month. We have a Mercury retrograde. We have a full moon in Pisces and a new moon in Libra. So Venus, planet of love, harmony, beauty, money, relationships, aesthetics, art, and beauty. And is going to go into Virgo. She's going to move signs, and she's going to be in Virgo from September 5th through September 29th. So most of this month. Venus in Virgo, her state in Virgo happens to be in your 8th house. So, there's more attraction, there's more opportunity, there's more magnetic kind of energy of you, and more things likely to go your way or have some opportunity relating to money and other people's resources, because this is in your 8th house. So it could be that, if you need that line of credit, if you need a loan, credit card application, something of that nature, it's a little bit easier to get when Venus is going through your 8th house, or that you might be the recipient of some kind of inheritance or some sort of beneficial thing on taxes, just because the 8th house is connected to other people's money backing and resources. So it could be that maybe your partner gets a raise because your 8th house money is your partner's money. Or even like if you're self-employed, the 8th house is your client's money and resources. So you're likely to be sort of benefit from these things while Venus is going through your 8th house. Also, if you need like mutual aid, if you need to ask for help or assistance, you're just more likely to get it with Venus going through your 8th house. The 8th house is also transformation. It's like the house of like death and transformation. So this could be a good time for some inner spiritual work or some psychic development, connecting with your spirit guides or tarot cards or anything connected to that. This can be a really good time for it. I will say with Venus in Virgo specifically, for Venus in Virgo is more practical, more analytical, interested in like organizing. So it could be that you're organizing, your finances. Maybe you're refinancing something. Maybe you're looking at your budget, looking at your expenditures, or looking at your retirement accounts or investment accounts. This is a good time to organize and take stock of those things as well. On September 10th, we have Mercury station retrograde, and we have a full moon in Pisces. So let's talk about the full moon first. So this is going to bring some culmination, some completion, some sense of fruition and like release or illumination or awareness or news. This is going to be connected to your finances again. So this is connected to your earned finances. This is connected to your spending and your like direct income that you get every month from like paychecks or something like that. This is like your liquid assets and resources. So there could just be a completion or a change or something coming to fruition in your financial life. You could be just looking like, hey, I need a budget, or hey, I'm getting a promotion or a raise, or hey, I need to make this big kind of expenditure. I would say with this full moon has a really kind of vibey, imaginative, intuitive quality to it. And it is more about intuition over logic. When it is in your financial sector, it's like your logical decisions may not be 100% there, because this full moon is connected to Neptune. Neptune tends to make things foggy or dissolve energy. And again, it's more like, oh, how do I feel about it? Or like, I had like a dream about this last night that came true. But when it's connected to money, I would just urge logical decision making and realizing that your mind might be a little bit fuzzy and not as logical around this time. So just kind of keep an eye on that. This full moon is also going to be making this full moon is going to be making a sextile, so like a harmonious, positive kind of aspect to Uranus, the planet of disruption and freedom and change, which is in your fourth house of home and family. That's really been active for you right now. So it could be that there's like a sudden opportunity connected to home life, to real estate, to family, or something connected to like tradition or the past or your ancestors. But there's likely to be kind of this like, oh, I didn't see this coming, but here it is, this positive new opportunity or this chance to sort of do something differently. The full moon is also going to be square Mars, so it's making so there could be something about maybe having to make a decision or assert yourself or put yourself out there in some way that is connected to creativity and romance and pleasure and recreation. But it could also just that you have to make a decision in general. It could be like we have to make a decision with finances, or that we have to put ourselves out there or speak up about something. Just because Mars is like, it can be just asserting yourself, conflict. It's like heat energy. But I do feel like it's going to be more about finances. We also have the same day, Mercury is going to be stationing retrograde. So Mercury is a planet of communication. When it stations, it looks like it's not moving. So September 10th, 11th, October 1st, and October 2nd, it's going to be stationing direct to retrograde. So from our vantage point, it's not moving. Mercury things, so communication, travel, delays, technology, these things are more likely to have delays or mishaps or go on the fritz around those times. So that's when, like everyone panics about Mercury retrograde. It's fine. Just on those days, really kind of watch it and be careful and really be prepared to be adaptable and flexible with your plans. And then also, you may want to back up sensitive documents as well, in case you have some sensitive stuff on your hard drive and that happens to kind of go on the fritz. You may want to back those things up. But otherwise, Mercury retrograde is about reflection, reviewing, and reassessing. And Mercury is going to be retrograde from September 10th through October 2nd. It's going to make its first stop. So it goes retrograde in Libra, which will be in your 9th house. So you're going to be maybe reassessing or reviewing your beliefs on the world, your spiritual beliefs. You might be reviewing or going back over something related to higher education or mind expansion, or anything relating to publishing and broadcasting endeavors as well. So just kind of notice what's going on with that, and notice, just in general, Mercury retrograde is a time for reviewing and reflecting and kind of slowing down as far as planning and making a bunch of decisions, especially related to 9th house topics. On September 23rd, it's going to backtrack into your 8th house. It's going to go into Virgo. So you may be really reviewing, reassessing, adjusting things, going back over, organizing, analyzing related to money. So again, this is like your retirement accounts, your investments, taxes, credits, loans, mortgages, your partner's money, things like that. You may be going back and readjusting, reviewing, reflecting, reassessing, and reorganizing from September 23rd through October 2nd. Again, that's in your 8th house. So other people's money, or like your retirement accounts or something like that. On September 25th, after you've kind of reflected and reviewed as far as your spiritual beliefs, higher education, legal things, publishing, anything related to travel as well, you have a new moon in this area of your chart on September 25th. So that new moon is in Libra. That is going to be a new opportunity, a new cycle, a new beginning connected to maybe perhaps long distance or foreign travel, anything connected to expanding the mind or higher education, or perhaps like a formal degree, or some sort of course of study. It could also be connected to anything, if you want to like publish something or write something or put something out there, start a YouTube channel, start a podcast, anything related to that. It can be also related to that. That new moon is going to be opposing Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, of optimism, of opportunity, faith, and luck. And that is Jupiter is in your 3rd house of communication, of learning, of short distance travel, of your day-to-day kind of errands. And Jupiter has been in your 3rd house since May 2022 and will be there until about Halloween. So this new moon, it has this connection to your 3rd house. So again, anything connected to a new course of study, learning something new, communications projects, and spirituality, opening your mind, and travel. A lot of there's new energy relating to these topics around September 25th. And again, it's kind of like you have a new opportunity, you're planting a seed around something to do with those topics. So, kind of not as dramatic as not as dramatic of a month as we had in August. Trust me on that. So we have more kind of dynamic energy coming in October, November. So hopefully enjoy this quiet month. Hopefully it's quiet for you. If you are listening to the audio version of this podcast, I would love a 5-star review. It really helps people find me. If you're listening to the YouTube version, watching the video, please leave a comment, maybe what you're hoping to manifest in September, maybe how August went for you, especially relating to your August horoscope. And please subscribe to the channel. I am running a special on clairvoyant readings all month long. So I've already sold a bunch of spots already. So if you want, kind of guidance, like when you want to hear from your spirit guides on your various life areas, or kind of know what's coming up for you, or just want some general guidance, that's a really fun reading. And I have some like really freaky stories from it that just always entertain me. And I also have, if you are wanting to book a session, to book like a birth chart reading, or to look at what's coming up like in your next 12 months, like looking at the cycles kind of coming up for you and like a really detailed analysis of your astrology chart, you can book those readings. I'll leave a link to my website in the notes of the audio podcast, or in the comments on YouTube, or you can simply visit my website at dogstaroracle.com, dogstaroracle.com, to book a reading. So thank you so much again for watching, for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next time.